Hi, Dr. Jason Lauer with Lauer Family Chiropractic, and today we have the beginner's stretch and exercise video for the lower back. Hope you enjoy.
So there's only two main tools we're going to need for the beginner lumbar exercises. And the first is a hard foam roller. The second tool we're going to use is a 3-inch exercise loop that comes in elastic or rubber, and you'll typically find them in 3-packs ranging from easy, medium to the heaviest loop. So the first exercise we'll do, we're going to foam roll out our gluteal muscles. Easiest way to find where you want to roll is we want to roll right over where the top of your pants pocket would be if you were wearing blue jeans, and over the pants pocket itself. Roll off to the side and then roll towards your tailbone on the inside. When you find a sore spot, spend a little more time there and roll it out. Nothing should be acutely painful when you do it. If so, work around that area. Don't overdo the area itself. We're going to do each of these exercises 30 seconds on each side. So now we'll switch to the other side. Same thing, roll out over the pants pocket, a little extra focus on the upper side above the pants pocket. And again, roll out towards the hip and roll over towards the tailbone. A little point is do not spend time rolling over bony prominences like your hip or the top of the pelvis or the tailbone. It's painful and offers little benefit when it comes to rolling out. Again, 30 seconds on the left side, 30 seconds on the right side. All right, for the next exercise, we are going to lie flat on our backs. Pretty simple exercise, but we're going to kind of re-coordinate some of the low back muscles by doing pelvic rocking. So rock the pelvis forward and pressing the tailbone down into the floor. Count 3 to 5 seconds per repetition with this. Flex the pelvis forward. You'll feel your abdominal muscles contract some, stretching in the low back, and press that tailbone down into the floor. Again, if anything is uncomfortable, don't push too far into the exercise. You can push up to where you feel slight discomfort, but again, don't push into discomfort. And again, hold each repetition 3 to 5 seconds. Let's get on all fours for this next exercise. And if you've done yoga before, you will recognize this as the cat and cow exercise. While tipping your head up, let your abdomen drop down. Hold. Tip the chin down. Arch your back and hold. When you look up, feel the stretch in your abdominal muscles when you look up. And as you tip the head down, feel the stretch across your back. So just nice, gentle, easy stretch to those tissues. And let's open the low back and the abdominal muscles up. Let's grab your elastic exercise band for this next set of exercises. And what we do is we're going to slip them over our legs, pull the elastic band up just above the knees. And the job of this exercise band is to make you have to use your gluteal muscles or the outside butt muscles to hold your legs out. So if this hurts, you can stay on your back and just do repetitions, pulling your legs out with your feet apart and letting your knees come back together. If your feet are together, you will not get resistance with this band. So your feet must be apart. You can either statically hold the band out or do repetitions holding the band out. And again, don't do this if it causes pain. Don't push into pain. You can push up to pain, but not into pain. To make this exercise a little bit harder, what we're going to do is we'll do a bridge. So that's going to work your gluteal muscles while you are pulling out with that band, doing repetitions holding out with your knees while pushing up off the floor. And no better way to say it, this is a really good butt exercise. It helps stabilize the hips and the joints and take pressure off your lower back. Hold each repetition as kind of long as comfortable, 3 to 5 seconds. For our next exercise, let's grab the foam roller again. So the foam roller itself, we are going to use that to squeeze between our knees with. It's going to work the inner thigh muscles of your legs. So squeeze and hold 5 seconds and relax. Start slow with this. These muscles don't get used very frequently. We don't want to pull a groin muscle. So squeeze and hold 5 seconds and relax. Squeeze and relax. We'll do it for 30 seconds. We are now done with the foam roller. The next exercise we are going to do is what's called a nerve flossing exercise for the sciatic nerve. If you don't have sciatica, you'll feel some stretch in your hamstring muscle as you do this. So let me explain how it works. It takes a little bit of coordination to do this. So we're going to bring the knee back to the chest and you extend your foot. Straighten your knee and point your toe. Bring your knee back to your chest, extend your foot towards your body. Straighten the leg and point your toe. Make sure your leg is high enough where you feel stretch in your hamstring as you point your toe and extend your leg. So a note of importance for people with sciatica, you may need to point your leg further forward towards the floor with sciatica because it will put stretch into the sciatic nerve, but that light stretch allows the sciatic nerve to glide and what they call floss itself through points of where it could be tight or have adhesions in the hamstring muscles. So we're going to do that on both sides. Now it's entirely possible. If you have bad sciatica, this is impossible to do. If that's the case, let's hold off on this exercise until the sciatica calms down enough where we can just start doing basic nerve flossing. All right, so our next move, we're going to stay on our back and it's going to be a stretch. It's going to be a stretch of the muscles in the posterior hip capsule. How the stretch works, we want to pull the knee towards the opposite shoulder. You'll feel the stretch behind your hip, kind of low in your butt area. Do not grab your ankle to pull your knee up. Both hands should be around the knee. We don't want to twist through the knee by pulling on the ankle. That can cause knee injury. Let's hold each of these stretches for 30 seconds. You should feel quite a bit of stretch, again, in the upper hamstring, lower part of the gluteal area. This is going to be our last stretch coming up here during this exercise program. We are going to stretch out the muscles of the spine. We're going to bend the knees so they are at a 90-degree angle to the body, and we're going to rotate our head away to the opposite side with our arm up at a 45-degree angle to the opposite side while holding the knees down with the hand. You should feel a stretch from your shoulder blade all the way down through the low back and into the hips. And we're going to do it on each side. You can hold each side as long as you're comfortable, but we'll go back and forth stretching each side, holding the legs down with the hand, looking up the arm, not forcing anything, just letting the stretch happen. All right, so after this stretch, for our last exercise and stretch we're going to do, we will be standing. I need you to put your foot up on a chair. I'm going to use my bench. And what we're going to do is we're going to rock that pelvis forward by squeezing the butt cheeks. And it's important on the leg that's on the ground that you're stepped far enough away from whatever you're standing on that we get a stretch in the front of that leg that is on the ground. So squeeze the butt cheek on the leg that's on the ground, pushing the pelvis forward. And if you want to add a little extra to it, raise your arms above your head. You should notice a stretch again in the very upper part of that leg that is down on the floor. If you're going to do the arms over the head, really reach for the ceiling and decompress that spine while you're stretching. Be careful, it's really easy to lose that contraction in the butt muscles when you're doing this. You'll get lazy and it will slip. So keep firing that butt cheek off and pushing that pelvis forward as you do it. We'll do it on both sides. Again, make sure that step is far enough back on that leg that's on the ground. Rock your pelvis forward by squeezing the butt cheek on the leg that's on the floor. And if you want to add extra to it, decompress that spine by reaching overhead, squeezing that butt cheek on that side, and we'll hold each side for 30 seconds.
Congratulations on making it through the beginner lumbar spine stretching and strengthening exercises that we use here in our office. So a couple tips. I like doing these stretches and strengthening exercises 4 to 5 days a week. I still do a derivation of these on a regular basis. And another rule is there's no reason to push through these exercises. Just be consistent doing them. It should not be painful. It should not hurt. Just stick with consistency. And the last thing is, if you ever need help or more direction from us, do not hesitate to call our office. We would be more than happy to help guide you through any questions or concerns that you have. So until next time.